morning and welcome to our live video this morning. My name's Jenny McCormack and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire in the UK. I'm not doing any crafting today. Normally I craft Monday through to Thursday on a live here, but this week I'm just showing you some cards that I received. Yesterday I did the handmade Christmas cards that I received, and today I'm doing the birthday cards. My birthday is just before Christmas, so I'm very lucky to have a double amount of cards at this time of year. So what I wanted to do was just run through and show them to you to give you some ideas and inspiration. And these are from friends and Stampin' Up demonstrators, customers, all over really. And I'm just really lucky to receive such fabulous cards. I'm always lucky to receive any cards, handmade or not, but obviously here on my Jemini Crafts page I like to share handmade inspiration with you, which is why I've picked out the handmade cards. Hi Kerry, good morning to you, or good evening to you I should say. I hope you're well. So let's get started. These aren't in any particular order, they're just as I collected them off my display. So you will recognise some Stampin' Up products. There's also some non-Stampin' Up products, but I think just the fun of receiving handmade cards is great, and obviously it gives you ideas and inspiration for future card making. Morning Brenda, thanks for joining us. I hope you're well and I hope you have all had a good Christmas. So this one is from the lovely Sandra. Sandra's one of our team, and we do have a birthday card club as part of our team. So you don't have to join in if you're in the team. You can opt in each year, and basically we send out handmade cards to those that have opted in, which is a great way of crafting with a purpose, and also sending and receiving of cards, which we love to do. So this is from Sandra. She's used some background paper here, and then she's stamped the coordinating stamp. I suspect she's used Stampin' Right markers possibly, or possibly inks for that directly, on a little tag shape, and added happy birthday and then the little gems. Love that. Hopefully you can see these okay in the camera. Morning Carol, I hope you're well and have had a good Christmas. Thank you for your lovely message recently. This one is from Jill. Jill is a horse lover. I love horses, and my daughter is an ardent horse lover, and Jill has used the horse from a sadly now retired set. I have to say that I have kept this set for obvious reasons. And she's done a really good job at colouring in that to make it look like a painter or coloured horse. That's quite difficult to do, I have to say. I've never quite had the courage to do that. And then she's mounted that onto some plaid paper behind, but love that. And I have this one here with the daisies that have been punched out of some patterned paper. Love that, and that is from our Trudy. Trudy's one of our team members, but also a very good friend. Love that. There's quite a lot of pink. You might gather that I do love pink. Here we have, hi Fran, I hope you're well. We have a gatefold card, like so. And that's got some nice layering on the front and a little punched butterfly. And this is from my good friend Fiona and her husband. Love that, and that paper is fabulous. I forgot what it was called. Okay, this one is from Chris. a good friend of mine. She comes to my card classes and coffee and card, and I love this card. She's done a little sponged background. She might have used blending brushes or daubers, I'm not sure, and then stamped that lovely dandelion detail and a little butterfly in the corner. I think that's really nice, and that would make a great card for any occasion. It really would. You could change the colours up, and I love the way she's matted it onto a black and then a white layer. So thank you, Chris. This one is from a good friend and customer of mine, Diana. Diana, I'm sure she won't mind me saying, is a mature card maker. Diana's in her 80s, and she's used the postage stamp punch to punch those images out, and then a coordinating happy birthday of that. And then we have one from Jeanette. Jeanette's a lovely customer and friend of mine, and she's done some paper folding in the background. I like the way she's enclosed it with this little fold over piece on the top. That's very clever, and some baker's twine, and then the addition of the flower and the pearl in the middle. So love that one. Thank you, Jeanette. This one is from Yuta. Yuta's one of our team members, and I've got this set, but I haven't used it. Well, in fact, used it very, very little. And I'm trying to think what it's called. Not Welcome Home, but it's something like that. She's used the brick embossing folder to make it look like a brick front wall. And then she's got the open door and the flowers and a cute little cat here. She knows that I love cats and have cats. And we've got a little doormat here, and then sentiment at the top, yay, it's your day. That's really cute. Thank you, Yuta. I love the wallpaper backing that she's tucked in behind. And then we have this one here with a fold open front and lots of layers and excuse me, this lovely patterned paper, and just coordinated the ribbon. This is from Moretta, and Moretta again is a team member and also a good friend, and I like that. Of all the blossoms in life's garden, friendship is the most fragrant. Really sweet, and again, definitely a hint of pink there for me. So this one here has been stamped and coloured in, and this is from Bridie. And Bridie used to live locally, but she's moved further away, but she's still part of our team and a good friend as well. So she stamped these images here and coloured them in. Some tiny little butterfly detail on there, and happy birthday with the oval punch. Love that. This one here features a brand new stamp, and it is called Love Cats, and this is coming out in the new catalogue. I haven't inked mine up yet, but I love what has been done here to create a little sort of coordinating border that the cat is sitting in the corner of. This is from the lovely Elaine, and she's a team member and friend, and I just love that. So I'll be using this probably early next week for some of our live crafting. We'll be back to live crafting next week, I promise. It's called Love Cats. It's got 3 fab cats. Obviously you can use it as a Valentine, but I think you could use any of these for anything. Very sweet little stamp set. So thank you, Elaine, for that. And I like, as I say, the way she's added that in, and she's done this in a very fine red pen, which is really clever. Love it. This one is from Scott. Scott's the first gentleman in our team, and this is from Scott and his lovely family. We're good friends, and Scott is a team member and was a customer and comes to my classes. But I love what he's done with this. Again, we've got some backing papers here in the black and white, and then he's picked up the colour for the stamping here, and he has sectioned off this area for the happy birthday. Love it. Okay, now we have hydrangeas. I nearly call them geraniums. This one is from Babsy and Pete. So Babsy, again, another team member, and her husband Pete. And what I think is really clever about this, which I'd never seen before, is cutting this frame with the inside frame as well, so that you get a border frame rather than just a layer. And I've never seen that done with this set of dies before. So thanks for the idea, Babsy. That's fab. Love it. And a nice set of blues, and she stamped this and cut this out, and then this is a die cut, which is inked over as well, and then just popped up some of these petals. If you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. And then we have this one here. This is from a very good friend and neighbour and customer and coffee and card attendee. This is from Linda and Tim, and she stamped these lovely flowers in this lovely lilac, and then she's added some extra colouring in, and she's done the same with these green flowers here, and then added the detail in the yellow just to coordinate it, and it's all done onto a yellow card base. Love that. And then last but not least, there's this one. This is from the lovely Joan. Thank you, Joan. This has got a huge postage stamp. I presume it's a die. It might be a punch, but I presume it's probably a die. I absolutely love that. And then she stamped and coloured in the flowers, and then added a birthday wishes banner in vanilla onto the base cardstock. So there we go. Now, if you sent me a handmade card and it's not here, then I apologise. It may be stuck in the mail, and it may be mixed up with some of my other cards, because obviously this time of year there's lots of cards dotted around the house everywhere. So I do apologise if I haven't shown yours here. If I receive any more in the post, because we know what the post has been like here in the UK, then I will obviously show those as well in due course. I do have some extra cards to show you, as we're fairly swift on time. So let me gather these up and show you those. And these are ones that I received after my recent hip operation. Wishing me well. Let me find these ones. Okay, so while we've got a little bit of time, hi Marie. So we've got this lovely one here with these gorgeous papers, and what I hadn't realised until now is this is a die cut with some copper glitter behind. This one is from that lovely Joan again, good friend and customer, and I just think it's so pretty. She knows that I love birds, so that's gorgeous. This one here is from Kate at Coffee and Card. Kate comes to our toaster session of Coffee and Card, and she stamped the two images here opposite, and then she's used blending brush or sponge dauber to add in that colour detail. I think that's really lovely. Oh, bless you, Marie. Yes, I received your Christmas card, but apologies, it will turn up. This one here is from Moretta, and she's used that lovely die cut from the Blossoms dies, and she's coloured those in with either inks or blends pens, I can't tell, or she might have even used daubers, sponge daubers and inks to do that, and then just cut out the detail on there. I think that's lovely. We've got this one with the fitting florets dies to do that layer there, and this is from Alison and David. Alison is one of my class in a box customers, takes my class in a box regularly. Thank you, Alison, that's very sweet. And then we've got this one from Babsy, so Babsy and Pete again, and this is a die cut, and what she's done is she's die cut it, coloured it in, and then placed the negative on top of a piece of black card, and then popped the die back in. That's really, really effective, and that's not a die set that I purchased. And the background here has been inked up with the same colours as well. Not that. Lift it up a little bit, sorry. This one is from my friend Fiona and Michael. She knows that I love purples and pinks, and roses in particular. I love that. So she's stamped in the background with the roses and the little rose leaves and this detail, and then added a larger, darker purple rose there, a ribbon, and some embellishments. And then this one is from Lynn. Lynn's one of our team members, and it was Lynn that I went to Vienna with, and Lynn has done a background with inks. She's also added some gold in the background. Not sure whether you can see that in that light or not. I'm not quite sure how she's done that. I'll have to ask her whether she's just scribbled it over or whether... Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's got some texture to it, so I'm thinking it's texture paste, embossing paste, that she's added a bit of gold to. I'll have to ask her and find out. And with the sunflower and the sunflower details, and some best wishes for a speedy recovery. So those are the extra ones for today. So I did the birthday ones first, and those extras. So thank you, sincerely thank you to everybody who sent me cards, whether it's Christmas, birthday or get well. And really, I'll let you know when yours arrives. Honestly, don't worry. It's, you know, some of the post here is like, there's been 3 weeks. So it'll get here eventually, I'm sure. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be back tomorrow, Thursday, and maybe I will do some crafting tomorrow. Do you fancy seeing the cats? I think I'm going to have a go with the cats. So if you're free to join me tomorrow, I will be here at 10 AM. I'm going to keep it the same time tomorrow. So if you're able to join me, please do. You will be able to watch it on catch up and replay either on Facebook or on YouTube, whichever your preference is. So thank you for joining me today. Thank you if you've sent a card, and as I say, whether or not I've shown it or received it, when they do arrive, I do really appreciate it. So I hope everybody has a great day. Oh, hi Jill, I did show your card. And thank you for that. Absolutely love the horse that you've done. Really love that. I'm going to find it now because there we go. This is Jill's card. Really, really clever and very brave, because I'm useless at colouring in horses anyway. So thank you for that. Okay, right, so all done and dusted. I will be back here tomorrow at 10 o'clock and I will do some crafting. So I look forward to crafting with you tomorrow. Do take care and enjoy if you're still on holiday. I hope you enjoy the break. If you're back at work, then hopefully you'll have a short break to look forward to at the weekend for New Year. So thanks everybody, do take care, look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, and do stay safe and keep crafting. Thanks so much. Bye for now.